Okay.
All right, something super interesting is about to happen. So we might be seeing a virgin 1991 Foxbody Coupe shell that has never been fully assembled. It has a VIN number. Guy worked for Ford. We're about to find out if it's for real or not. All right, so we picked up a passenger. We got cousin Jeff in the back. Say hi, Jeffrey.
Hi.
So we just saw the 96 DECH car, and I got thrown for a loop because now I got to build a car in order to get that one. So now we're going to our next stop, which gets to throw Jordan for a loop because he actually owns a white DECH Coupe, which is exactly what Jordan wants. So
I was unaware of this until about 30 seconds ago, where he threw me for a huge loop. Now I'm very intrigued.
So this guy, I think his handle on Instagram is Beaven Mason. Car looks beautiful in the pictures that I've seen, but he's been busy shaving out his engine bay, doing some other work, and he took off his DECH brakes from the front. I'm not sure why, but he was kind enough to offer them up to me, as he knows I am a DECH fanatic. And so we're going by his place, gonna hook him up with a new windshield banner and a DECH shift knob and see what he's up to with this project. And Jordan will find out how serious he is about restoring his car.
And see if it's an unfinished project, it might end up in my garage instead.
Well, I just got that $1,000 back on the deposit, so we can just kind of like
redirect,
pass it back around.
Sounds good. Perfect.
We just tell him, be like, you don't need to do any more grinding or engine bay smoothing. We'll just take the car as is.
Mint.
Just drive away. What's up, everybody? Just at our second stop here over at Mr. Mason's place, looking at Mace 5.0's car. Beautiful white coupe. So when are you gonna have this car done? I'm gonna stick it to you on video.
I said next summer, Chris. Don't, you know.
Don't hold you to it.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You spend too much time on the car.
So we have an 89, bunch of DECH goods, some springs, some brakes that have come off. Let's look at your lovely labor here.
Yeah.
So your wife isn't gonna like all the dust and the filler that you're gonna be sanding off here shortly.
I might ship it off. I'll try it.
Got those Scott rod panels. Oh, looks good.
Okay.
All right, something super interesting is about to happen. So we might be seeing a virgin 1991 Foxbody Coupe shell that has never been fully assembled. It has a VIN number. Guy worked for Ford. We're about to find out if it's for real or not. What do you guys think?
The plot thickens even further.
So
now I admit, yeah, I potentially increased my options.
and it happens to be white. So anyways, we're about to go check that out. So stay tuned. So here we are, vehicle change. I'm driving Mace's truck, giving him the pleasure of driving my coupe as we go and explore and find out more about this 91 coupe shell. So very intrigued. Not sure how a shell could have snuck off the assembly line, but hey, if it happened and it's sitting here and it's mint, then I think we need to get some cash out and find a way to get it home.
My brother's ex-girlfriend. Okay. This old farmer just went out.
So here we have a 1991 shell that has never been fully assembled. Has a prop rod.
Price just went up.
That's it.
Nice little 4i here. It might be for sale. I'll have to find out.
I'm pretty sure you to do a complete back half, like to narrow the back end, but to run it straight up to the front.
So what do you think of your new purchase? Potentially.
Very empty, but leaves opportunity for whatever I want to do. Blank. This is what you call a complete blank canvas.
It's probably the, and I guarantee it's the only one in existence probably of its kind, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Doesn't get any more virgin than that.
No, it does not.
It's like the 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
Damn near literally.
Yeah.
Well,
I definitely wasn't expecting to buy a car today.
no.
And it wasn't that one, that's for sure. If anything, I would have put an offer on his or tried to entice him, but it seems like he's very motivated to keep his partially finished car. So I'm gonna start from complete scratch, as bare and as blank slate as it comes.
It's unbelievable the power of networking, and this is one of those stories that's like, oh, I know a guy and he's got this car and you know it's this and that and the next thing, and you know you go and you check it out and you usually end up being disappointed or calling people out for their bullshit in terms of what they told you was supposed to be true, and then it ends up not being so. So in this case, this was an actual shell that was never put together. There is no VIN numbers. Story goes, this car was used for carpet fitting?
Yeah, mock-up in a carpet production factory.
Yeah, so, you know, they just had a shell that they got from the factory back in the day, and that's what they were using for their mock-ups. And then, essentially, that car, or that shell, probably should have got crushed. And instead of getting crushed, well, someone took it, and that's what we found today. So that's super exciting, super rare, but an amazing opportunity for Mr. Ntorious here. He wanted a white coupe. You know, he was all down and disappointed that we were going to Mace 5.0s to look at his, and well, now you're going home with one. So,
Yeah.
so there'll definitely be more on that. The guy was super cool. He's going to try and find some more parts for you. Hopefully some doors and maybe some hardware.
Maybe some interior bits.
Yeah.
Just cool that you randomly show up somewhere and they say they know somebody that has a car. It's like 10 minutes away. Let's just go take a peek at this random gem just for the sake of seeing it, since we have never seen anything like that and most of the rest of the world hasn't either. And then the guy's not interested in selling. He's going to hold on to it. It's going to be one of those projects that 10 years down the road he finally gets to build. And go talk to the guy and he's lost storage. It's now taking up space on a trailer.
Sitting outside.
Yeah. And it's at that point where he's like, well, maybe I won't get to it. I've got a couple other projects. So this one might be worth letting go. And that's just those flukes that end up happening. So
yeah, the rest
very,
will be
very
history.
cool.
And there's a nice 4i coupe there too, so that might be, it looked like it was in pretty good shape. I didn't see any rust, so maybe we do a 2-for-1 deal when they get picked up and do a nice little 4i build, something different.
It'll be cool. The trailer may be big enough coming down.
Yep. I think with the shell and a full car you can do it, because there's no bumpers, right?
Oh yeah, way shorter.
So,
well, I don't know how much overhang it'd be, but you could almost flip it sideways.
yeah.
On the big trailer, and it might not be over width.
Yep. Well, super exciting. Productive trip. Just being in that traffic was worth it. Because if we were any earlier, we wouldn't have been able to go see the car because the guy was busy at work. He was literally just getting off work when we showed up. So everything worked in our favor. I think it's time for a beer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Amazing the adventures we can have randomly. Always good times.
Absolutely.
Some of the random unplanned ones end up being some of the most memorable. I know this one will be. Yeah, I think we should definitely celebrate with a nice cold beer.
Where's Jeff?
Jeff's gone.
Yeah.
We forgot him.